Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia. It's been a while, but I'm back with a little project share. This is a little Easter journal that I made about a month ago now. So it's based on a tutorial from Amity Bloom about no-sew binding, and I also use some of her freebies and a kit called Meadow Mornings in the journal. So let's have a little look. I used a very simple binding, just some beautiful vintage French ribbon, and the journal measures about 5 inches by 7 inches, not a lot of pages. It used, as I said, a no-sew binding technique, which is actually paper hinges. I've done fabric hinges before, but never a paper one. So this was an opportunity to do something new. So I love Amity Bloom's style. I particularly like her layering, and that you can see that in both the papers and the style of this little journal. So one of the things I really liked was the cover, which gives the impression of layering, and that is because there are several little pages that go together to make up the cover. They don't actually open, but it's also because the cover is smaller than the pages behind it, and then there are little bits that peek out. So that all helps to give the impression of layering. So the focal point for my cover is this little image of two lambs, because as I said, this is an Easter journal, a really cute Tim Holtz frame. I wanted to add some special touches to the journal. The papers aren't an Easter kit, so I did that by adding touches of gold, and this is actually repurposed packaging from Christmas, and it's foiled, so really love that. Very simple like composition on the front though, so it's not like overpowering, but it does give that sense of being very special and important because of the gold. And so this is a little bit of gold crepe paper which I came across, so I've made a little ruffle and a little bit of lace there. So I think that, yeah, I don't think we need to make that any bigger. As I said, the papers aren't Eastery, but Amity Bloom on her Facebook group had a freebie that was Easter images, and so I have used those, and this was a really cute cabinet card that was part of that. And you can see a little boy and a girl in their Sunday best, a little basket of Easter eggs and bunnies. So my background paper was repurposed from an old music book. I am going to make that a little bit bigger. And I made the pocket from a piece of embossed watercolor. I did also use a Kaisercraft page, which because of this yellowy goldy color. So we'll pop that back in there. And I had this little Kaisercraft piece that said special times together, so I thought that was really cute, and made an envelope for it to go in. But in that I included a little Tim Holtz piece that's an E for Easter, and I just pop that in there so that it ties the colors in together. So I'll take that away. You can see the hinge here, the paper hinge that is used to put the journal together. The only thing that I would have changed when I did this is I would have made a little gusset on this particular one so that the cover sat flatter, but you learn these things as you go along. So this is actually the background paper, is a page from the kit. This little image is from Pixie Dust Files. This was on my desk because I was making another Easter journal at the same time, and there are a couple of others from the same kit, Divine Neutrals it is. So I made a little hinged tag to go there. Love this wallpaper from Amity Bloom, and I used some of that embossed watercolor paper And I stuck another little sentiment in there. There is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. And then that's just held in place with a little paper clip. Doily down the bottom with a little bit of very old vintage lace. It's actually Edwardian, comes from a little jacket. And this is a little flip out, and I've used this gold washi tape. It's foiled as well. In a couple of places it helps to tie back to that use of gold on the cover. There's actually a little pocket there with a little Kaiser Craft tag in there. This is also from the freebie, and I love how those little chickens poke out. At the back here I have used a French book page. But this page here is collaged paper from the kit, and I've added a little photo, really cute little photo of a little boy. He's got a basket of eggs, and I just love his little basin haircut. So I made a little pocket out of that, fabric ruffle, and a vintage button. Nazi often uses fabric ruffles in her journals. So another page from the kit, and I fussy cut a bit off another and used that as a little flip up. Added some little lace pieces here and a little flower, and again that gold washi tape. This is the hinge for this page, and this was also on my desk, and I loved the color. It's actually a digital. It was the cover of a book, and this was the spine part, and I didn't use that. So I've done my own collaging on this page here, a bit of a dictionary page, piece from Pixie Dust files, some of that embossed paper, and then I used a piece from the kit as a little pocket and just added on a little torn off piece that I had, and the rabbits are from the Graphics Fairy. Just make sure I'm in frame there. I'm like having a bit of a moment here. So I just take this out so that you can see the page behind. So this is actually a page from the kit, and then I've added in dictionary page, music paper, another type of dictionary over here, and then to help tie it all back to the kit, I've used a piece of that wallpaper that's the same as on the front, and made a pocket. This is an image from the Graphics Fairy, and I've used gold glitter washi tape again to tie to that use of gold on the front. Both these images are from the freebie, and then to this one, which I've stamped on the back with Tim Holtz postcard, I've added some little scraps from doilies that show the edging. This one I put onto the Kaiser Craft paper. There's a little bit of the gold foiled washi tape, little bird from Pixie Dust files, and then this little piece I've just done a little collage up the front, and that pokes over the little pocket. This page has a really cute little ruffle made out of very, very fine organza, and then some daisy trim. There's a vintage photo of a little girl in her Sunday best outfit with a little basket of eggs and a live bunny. And then I've just used that as a tuck spot, popped in a Tim Holtz frame, a piece from the kit, and then a laser cut craft paper tag that I've had for absolutely ages, so this was a great time to use it. Again, the hinge, the paper hinge, this one is that Kaiser Craft paper and the Amity Bloom page, and I've added some vintage lace as a belly band, and then popped in a reproduction of a 1900s illustration, and it's actually of children on an Easter egg hunt. They're here, there's a little nest, there are eggs in there, and a little girl with a chocolate bunny showing it to her, probably her mother and grandmothers. Really cute. Again, this is a really good example of the layering that Nazi does, just beautiful. Here I've added in the hinge and then used a piece from the kit as a pocket, added a bit of a paper doily and a little bit of a collage. That's actually a tuck spot as well. The only thing I did on this page was to use my craft knife, and I made a little slit there that allows me to use that as a pocket. This is a piece of a vintage, or a reproduction of a vintage Easter card, and it has a little sentiment down there about Easter, and I've turned that into a tag. I love those flowers up there, and then popped in a Tim Holtz set of wings. And here again you can see the layering of Nazi's pages. I've used the commercial paper as the hinge, and here I used some offcuts from the kit to create tuck spots. Put in this beautiful, beautiful religious card. I love these lace cards. This one was either from Sam Poole or Ruby and Pearl. I have both of those, and it's Jesus as the shepherd. And then one of my favorite pieces, I think this is from the Graphics Fairy. I use it nearly always in my Easter journals, and it says, "I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord." And I love those flowers, and they tie in really well with this one back here. So I had to, of course, include a little bunny or a hare. That one's from the Graphics Fairy. Little card, Easter card, and these very sweet little daisies with the yellow centers. I'm pretty sure I had a dress out of those with those on them when I was a little girl. And then that's my back cover. Again, I've used a French page there and layered up some other bits with John 3:16. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life," because this is, after all, an Easter journal. So I hope you've enjoyed that little flip through, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.